Hello, Professor Andy Gunawardena. Today, we will discuss how to get data for your data science project. Understanding where data comes from is crucial for any data-driven project. In this video, we'll explore various ways to load data into Python, including from local files, URLs, APIs, databases, and web scraping. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation for accessing and using different data sources in your projects. Remember, it's important to know what you want to do with the data before deciding how to get it. Let's start with the basics, loading a CSV or Excel file from your local drive. If you have a dataset saved as a CSV in a folder on your computer, you can easily load it into Python using libraries like pandas, with functions like read CSV or read Excel. This method is straightforward and ideal for small to medium datasets. For example, we can read data files of artists and the heights and weights of MLB players. For CSV files up to a few hundred megabytes, most modern systems with 8 GB of RAM should handle them comfortably. But what if your dataset is larger, say 1 or 2 gigabytes? In that case, you might need more RAM, like 16 or even 32 GB. Alternatively, you can load the data in chunks to manage memory usage more effectively. If you have a URL for the CSV file, like a public dataset from Seaborn, you can load the data directly into Python without storing it locally. This is especially useful if you don't need to keep the data after processing. APIs are a powerful way to retrieve data programmatically. For instance, you can use an API to get faculty data from Carnegie Mellon University without needing an API key. If you're interested in weather data, you can create an account at openweathermap.org, generate an API key, and use it to get up-to-date weather information. APIs are particularly useful when you need real-time data or when the data set is too large to handle as a single file. Databases are a common source of structured data. You can connect to a database using Python, run SQL queries, and load the results directly into a data frame. This approach is ideal for large data sets stored in relational databases, especially when you only need a subset of the data for analysis. For example, we can create a database to store employee names, job titles, and salaries. Web scraping allows you to extract data directly from websites. Using libraries like Beautiful Soup, you can parse HTML and gather the information you need. This method is particularly useful for collecting data from sites that don't provide an API. However, always check the legal statements of the site before scraping. There was a well-known case where LinkedIn took a small startup to court over scraping. In this video, we've covered several essential methods for loading data into Python, from local files and URLs to APIs, databases, and web scraping. These techniques are foundational for data analysis, machine learning, and any other data-driven task. Understanding how to access and work with different data sources is a critical skill for any data professional. If you're interested in accessing this notebook for free and practicing more exercises, visit codebench.us. This video is sponsored by qubits.ai.